What song are you going to dance to today?
Dear future husband, because he's my future husband.
Wait, did Lexi and Christopher, the adorable ballroom dancing kids from BGT, actually get married? That's what the internet seems to think, but we've got the real story behind this viral confusion, plus a look at where these two talented young stars are today. Hey guys, it's Billy, and on today's What's Hot, let's uncover the truth behind Lexi and Christopher, the tiny ballroom dancing pros who charmed their way into our hearts on BGT. With their slick dance moves and their big personalities, they became an instant fan favorite, and now people want to know, are they still dancing? Are they a couple? And seriously, did they really get married? Let's break it all down. In 2018, two mini ballroom stars, Lexi May and Christopher Buttle, stepped onto the Britain's Got Talent stage. She was 9, he was 10, and together they brought down the house. Their lightning fast jive, their perfect timing, their spins were clean, the stage presence was off the charts, and the judges could not stop smiling. But it wasn't just the dancing, the audiences loved their energy, especially Lexi, who proudly declared backstage that she was the boss of the duo.
Is she the boss in this relationship?
Well, she thinks she is.
Bruh.
Before BGT, they had already been dancing together for years, training at the same school and winning titles at junior competitions around the UK. Did Christopher say he wanted to marry Lexi? No, it was the other way around. On BGT, it was Lexi who referred to Christopher as my future husband.
Because he's my future husband.
Really?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Christopher seemed to disagree with that statement, even shaking his head in response, and later said,
She's just annoying.
So after their TV debut, they performed at events, gave interviews, and even launched a free summer dance program for kids. Are they a couple? Fast forward a few years, and the internet started buzzing with rumors. Did Lexi and Christopher grow up and get married?
No.
There is a couple named Lexi and Christopher, but they're adults and they're American. It was just a wild coincidence that has confused fans and even fooled a few media outlets.
Don't thank me, I've done nothing for you.
Our Lexi and Christopher, the ballroom buddies, are not romantically involved and definitely not hitched. So, where are they now? Lexi and Christopher have stayed active in the ballroom world. They've competed in top-tier dance events across the UK, including the legendary Blackpool Dance Festival, the Olympics of ballroom. Christopher in particular has spoken about his dreams of going pro, and in fact, he's even been connected with some of the stars of the Strictly Come Dancing professionals for training opportunities. And it's not just about medals. Christopher has also taken part in performances to raise money for breast cancer since his mother was diagnosed, dancing for a cause and showing off a heart as big as his talent. As for Lexi, she continued to shine on the dance floor, often performing at showcases and mentoring young dancers. And she ditched Christopher for a new dancing partner named Dylan. She also does makeup for people, which seems to be ballroom dancers, so that's pretty cool. She's on Instagram posting her dance journey all the time, so check that out. And guess what? Christopher also has a new dance partner. Her name is Cece. This is her. He's also on Instagram, but it looks like he just started it in 2023. Together, they've grown apart, but into dedicated young athletes, still dancing, still inspiring, and still making fans smile. So let's clear this up one last time. Lexi and Christopher from BGT are not married. They're longtime dance partners and great friends. And while their wedding rumor is just internet confusion, their bond is very real and their future still shining very bright. Guys, let me know in the comments, were you surprised by the mix-up, and what's your favorite performance from them on their BGT journey? Also, do you think maybe one day they'll come back together? You never know, they're still young. Have you ever wondered what happened to the winners of America's Got Talent? Well, this video is for you. I myself was shocked to see that some of them now are unrecognizable. While some of them have had huge successes, others have disappeared, and I mean literally disappeared. Some are no longer with us, so let's hope that this video will not just be interesting, but also help locate the missing AGT star. Let's count down all 17 seasons, and let's find out where they are now. That's what's hot. Hey guys, it's Billy, and before we take this journey, I want to tell you that if you make it through the whole video, you have a chance to win a prize from our very first Talent Recap giveaway. I know you can do it, so stay tuned in. Here we go. Bianca Ryan. Bianca Ryan, a talented singer and performer, rose to fame at a young age and has since embarked on an inspiring journey in the music industry. At just 11 years old, she signed a groundbreaking 5-album record deal with Psycho Music becoming the first U.S. artist to join the prestigious label under Columbia Records. Simon Cowell, impressed by her extraordinary vocal abilities, hailed her as potentially one of the best singers I've ever heard in my life. That's horrible, by the way. In 2008, Ryan dropped her record deal and independently released her second holiday-themed EP, True Meaning of Christmas. Despite early success, Ryan faced challenges in her teenage years, and she took a step back from the spotlight to focus on her education, even though she disliked high school due to isolation and lack of friends. She was determined to regain control over her artistic freedom, so then Ryan founded her own record label, Bianca Ryan Records, which allowed her to pursue her passion while making a profit. Bianca's triumphant return to the stage came in 2019 when she appeared on America's Got Talent: The Champions, singing her powerful rendition of Say Something.
Saying goodbye.
Of course, she got a standing ovation, and Simon Cowell credited her for the success of the AGT franchise.
I think without you, we may not have been sitting here today, if I'm being honest with you.
During her journey, Ryan faced significant health challenges. She underwent 2 vocal surgeries and abdominal surgery in 2016, overcoming high-risk condition for esophageal cancer. Despite being told she might never sing again, the surgeries were successful, and she felt as if she'd been given a new voice. Ryan showcased her versatility by doing Broadway, launched her own lip-sync line, Ciao Bianca, and has kept performing on shows like The Oprah Winfrey Show, Pickler and Ben, and The Ellen Show. However, she will always be known as the AGT franchise's first winner. Terry Fator won Season 2 of AGT. Terry is arguably the most successful AGT winner. A ventriloquist and a singer, he embarked on a remarkable journey after winning America's Got Talent.
Terry Fator!
In October 2007, he signed a lucrative $1.5 million contract with the Las Vegas Hilton, doing only 3 shows a month. On the Oprah Winfrey Show, Simon Cowell referred to Fator as one of 2 of the most talented people on the planet. Fator had an astonishing 11-year run at his own theater in the Mirage Hotel and Casino. Today, his legacy lives on as the theater he once graced, and that is named after him, is now the home for Shin Lim. Fator is still performing nightly at the New York Hotel. Neal E. Boyd. Neal E. Boyd, a gifted opera singer, found his calling after being inspired by the 3 tenors. Despite growing up in poverty, he pursued his passion for music and earned a degree in the field. Taking a leap of faith, he left his job as an insurance salesman and traveled to Chicago to audition for Season 3 of America's Got Talent. With great courage, he stepped on the stage and delivered a breathtaking rendition of Nessun Dorma. He captured the hearts of America, emerging as the $1 million winner.
Neal E!
Following his victory, Boyd's career soared. He headlined 2 shows in Las Vegas and then sang for such notable figures as Barack Obama, George Bush, Bill Clinton, and 7 different governors. In recognition of his influential voice, he was even hailed as the voice of Missouri by the state government. Tragically, Neal E. Boyd passed away in 2018 at the age of 42 in the comfort of his mother's home, succumbing to heart failure, kidney failure, and liver disease. Kevin Skinner. Kevin Skinner, a former chicken catcher, captivated audiences with his soulful voice and heartfelt performances.
Tomorrow will never come.
Known for his endearing country charm, he became Piers Morgan's favorite act and won the hearts of so many viewers. Despite his humble background, where he once caught up to 60,000 chickens in a single night. That's crazy, right? Okay, sorry. Okay, just a little swipe back. After winning the show, Skinner received his $1 million prize paid out over 40 years. He went on to headline shows in Las Vegas and made appearances on popular television shows such as Conan O'Brien, The Ellen Show, and Live with Kelly and Ryan. However, the details of Skinner's personal life became really murky. His Facebook page, which he hasn't updated since 2012, hints at possible hardships. It's rumored that his wife left him, taking their daughter and son. The circumstances remain unclear, and in 2014, Skinner went missing, and it's revealed that he's battling severe mental illness. In January 2020, a post unexpectedly appeared on Skinner's Facebook page, expressing gratitude for those who believed in him and acknowledging the difficult journey he had faced. However, the post raised concerns and was his last one. So Kevin Skinner, if you're watching this, please contact me here. We want to know you're okay. Michael Grimm, a soulful singer hailing from Mississippi, won season 5 of America's Got Talent.
Michael Grimm.
Cool fact, after the show, he proposed to his girlfriend Lucy during an appearance on The Ellen Show. After his AGT win, Grimm's career took off. He headlined shows at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas and more. He signed a record deal with Epic Records, releasing his debut album, Gumbo, in 2012. In 2015, Grimm released a fan-funded album titled Grimm. Unfortunately, in June 2023, Grimm faced a mysterious illness that led to his hospitalization. His wife Lucy shared updates on his condition, revealing that he was sedated and on a ventilator in the ICU. Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. He rose to fame with his remarkable journey on AGT. Before his television appearance, Murphy faced adversity when his house was ransacked in 2010, leading to him to audition for AGT in the only clothes that he owned, ultimately leading to his victory in 2011. Since his win, Murphy has released a total of 4 albums showcasing his smooth and captivating vocals. In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, he used his free time to earn his high school diploma and became an advocate for adult education through the West Virginia Department of Education. It's Never Too Late to Graduate campaign. Murphy's success has taken him around the world, performing in Shanghai all the way to Dubai. Following his win, Murphy signed a deal with Sony Records, Columbia Records, releasing the debut album, That's Life, in 2011. This album achieved remarkable success, debuting at number 34 on the Billboard 200 and reaching number 1 on the Billboard Jazz charts. What's he doing now? In addition to his music career, Murphy has authored a book titled From Washing Cars to Hollywood Stars, which reached number 1 on Amazon.
That I'm the only winner on America's Got Talent probably that's never been asked back on the show.
Olate Dogs. Olate Dogs is a talented group of performing canines and is the only animal act to win America's Got Talent.
Olate Dogs!
Sharon Osbourne declared them the most talented puppies on the planet. In the final vote, Olate Dogs emerged as the winner, securing the coveted $1 million prize. That's a whole lot of dog food. Following their AGT victory, Olate Dogs went to headline shows at the Palazzo Theater. They made appearances on The Tonight Show, and they entertained audiences at NBA games and toured various county fairs. Not exactly Vegas, but they already did that. The Olate Dogs' success extended beyond their live performances. They recorded a music album titled Think Big. What? Dogs recorded an album, but yes, they did. Additionally, they spread holiday cheer with their festive album, The Olate Dogs Christmas. Olate Dogs has also ventured into the world of film with the release of this is in French, Les Sauvetages, The Rescue, a short film that premiered at the Sonoma International Film Festival and was selected for the Festival des Cannes Court Métrage. Does that work? Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Julian, for your help with my horrible French. Before we move on, who is your favorite winner so far, season 1 through 7? Go to the comments, tell me, I want to hear your opinion. Kenichi Ebina. He took the AGT stage by storm with his unique dance style known as matrix style dancing. He made history as the first foreign act to win the competition. Soon after, he introduced a groundbreaking concept, a 90-minute full-length, one-man show that fused street-style dance with captivating visual effects. 2015, Kenichi returned to Japan after spending 2 decades in the United States and continued to wow audiences from his base in Tokyo. He's performed at numerous events, appeared on various TV shows, and taught dance workshops in over 40 countries around the globe. Beyond his AGT triumph, Kenichi has graced the stages of other talent competitions worldwide, including Israel's Got Talent, Germany's Got Talent, China's Got Talent, World's Got Talent, AGT Champions, and more. His skills caught the attention of the one and only Madonna, who vowed she had to work with him. Matt Franco. This charismatic magician won the title of Season 9 champion on AGT.
Not just up here to be kissing your aces. Well,
since then, he's continued his incredible journey on AGT stage as the first guest performer on Season 10, and he made an appearance in 2016 and 2017 on AGT. Also, he was on the AGT Christmas special, showcasing his holiday-themed performance. Franco did a comedic magic segment with Terry Crews in season 15. Then, during the challenges of 2020, he captivated audiences with a specially socially distanced performance. His live production show, Matt Franco, Magic Reinvented Nightly, opened in 2015 and has received numerous accolades, including Best Magic Show and Best Performance Venue in the Best of Las Vegas. Audiences and critics alike have praised his show, earning it the highest ratings among all magic shows in Las Vegas. He's even starred in his own TV special, Matt Franco's Got Magic, which aired on NBC in 2015. He's currently headlining at the Link Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Paul Zerdin. Paul Zerdin won season 10 of AGT in 2015. Since his win, he's been incredibly busy on both sides of the Atlantic. Currently, he's on a world tour and delighting fans with his show, Hands Free. He's been on numerous television shows like The World Stands Up, The Stand-Up Show, Just for Laughs, Montreal Comedy Festival, and Comedy Rocks with Jason Mansford. He's also performed, as they say, across the pond at the London Palladium and the Royal Variety Performance. He has millions of views on YouTube and has become a household name. Grace VanderWaal. Grace VanderWaal won season 11 of AGT.
Grace VanderWaal!
I remember when she walked on the stage and began to speak, you just knew there was something special about her. Watch this.
I'm not trying to find my way.
And she touched Howie so much that she got his golden buzzer.
You are going right.
Grace's $1 million win led her to make a donation to a charity and fulfill a lifelong dream of buying 2 tree houses, expertly crafted by the team from Treehouse Masters for herself and her sister.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Grace made appearances on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, and she headlined sold-out concerts at the Las Vegas Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. Grace also headlined the America's Got Talent Holiday Spectacular on NBC, enchanting viewers with her rendition of Frosty the Snowman. After securing a record deal with Columbia Records in 2016, Grace released her album, Just the Beginning, which peaked at number 22 on the charts. Grace even modeled at New York Fashion Week for renowned designer Marc Jacobs. She continued her musical journey, opening for notable acts like Imagine Dragons, Florence and the Machine. In 2019, beyond her singing career, she starred in her first film, Stargirl, and she also contributed to the soundtrack. Excitingly, she's also set to appear in the up-and-coming film by the acclaimed director Francis Ford Coppola titled Megalopolis. After a brief hiatus, Grace resurfaced in the Brooklyn music scene in 2023. Look at her now. So she's had tons of success, completely changed her look, and we can't wait to see what's coming. Darci Lynne is one of the most beloved winners of AGT. She's had an incredible journey since her time on the show.
Darci Lynne!
Her talent as a ventriloquist and singer earned her sold-out tours around the world and made her one of the highest-paid AGT stars of all time. Her TikTok profile skyrocketed from 7,000 to 1 million followers, showcasing her widespread popularity. Darci Lynne made appearances on various TV shows like Little Big Shots, Baking Championships, Ellen, The Kelly Clarkson Show, and more. She performed at prestigious venues like Madison Square Garden, where I got the chance to direct her, which is kind of cool, and the Grand Ole Opry. If you want to know more about Darci Lynne, watch our amazing mini documentary right here on our channel. So Darci Lynne is looking great, look at this transformation, and she's going strong. The amazing Shin Lim. Shin Lim, renowned magician and illusionist, captured the world's attention when he triumphed as the winner of America's Got Talent Season 13.
America has voted for Shin Lim!
Since his victory, Shin's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. Shin's current residency is at the Terry Fator Theater located at the prestigious Mirage in Las Vegas. And he did a US tour with the Illusionists. Shin has been on The Tonight Show numerous times, The Ellen Show, and The Today Show. Originally hailing from Boston, Massachusetts, Shin holds dual citizenships of both Canada and United States. In a twist of fate, he found the love of his life while on tour in Macau, Casey Thomas, a fellow performer from a neighboring theater. Shin and Casey tied the knot on August 19th in 2019. His incredible talent earned him the prestigious titles of 2014 and 2015 reigning FISM World Champion, and he's been dubbed as the greatest close-up magician of all time. Following AGT, he also won AGT Champions. Next up is Kodi Lee. Heck yeah!
Heck yeah!
Who doesn't love Kodi Lee? A musical prodigy and inspirational figure, he soared to victory as a winner of AGT Season 14. Since his groundbreaking win, Kodi's journey has been nothing short of awe-inspiring. His unforgettable performance on AGT captured the heart of Simon Cowell, who later ranked him as one of his favorite top 15 Golden Buzzer moments in the show's history. Kodi has performed with Teddy Swims and guitarist Neal E, the founder of the legendary band Journey.
Just a city boy.
In January 2023, Kodi collaborated with Colin Hay to release the powerful and acclaimed song, Hello World, following his debut track, Miracle. He's currently the headliner at the AGT show in Las Vegas. Recently, he earned himself a spot on America's Got Talent All-Stars in 2023, where he received overwhelming support from fans, surpassing both season 15 winner Brandon Leake and comedian Josh Blue in the votes, propelling him into the finale. Brandon Leake, a captivating poet and spoken word artist, won season 15 of America's Got Talent during the dreaded pandemic. Since his win, Brandon showcased his talent headlining at the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas and has toured across 36 US states, as well as to New Zealand, Mexico, and Canada, where he embarked on his Dark Side tour. This tour promoted his published poetry chapbook and his critically acclaimed album, Deficiencies, A Tale from My Dark Side, which delves into themes of transparency and healing. He serves as the founder and CEO of the Call to Move, CTM organization dedicated to empowering youth through the medium of poetry. So not quite the success we've seen from some of the others, but he also competed on a year where there was no audience and lower ratings of the show. Dustin Tavella. Dustin Tavella, a devoted Christian and multi-talented performer, emerged as the winner of season 16.
Dustin Tavella!
He won everyone's hearts with his emotional, heartfelt stories telling magic. Since his monumentous victory, Dustin's journey has been defined by his unwavering faith and commitment to making a positive impact to those in need. As an artist, Dustin has been headlining the Las Vegas AGT show. So unlike Shin Lim, he doesn't have his own show yet, but you never know, he's still a young guy. The Mayyas. The Mayyas is a phenomenal dance group that captured the hearts of audiences worldwide and became the winners of season 17 of America's Got Talent. They are my absolute favorite winners of AGT. The Mayyas have embarked on a tour and have performed with Beyonce. Check this out.
You better think again.
Their incredible performances continue to captivate audiences with the unique fusion of Middle Eastern and contemporary dance styles. And two groups this season have even come on saying they've been inspired by the Mayyas. So even though their win is very recent and their success is really new right now, no other winner can say they performed with Beyonce. Time for a shady moment. I love the Mayyas, and I rooted for them to win. And I voted for them. I actually voted and picked up the phone and called and voted. And I celebrated when they won. But I'm a little salty, because we here at Talent Recap are still waiting for their acceptance video for their TR Fan Favorite Award. Still love them, but I guess they must be so busy performing with Beyonce. End of shade. Regardless, I love the Mayyas. They have a bright future, and we cannot wait to see what they do. And of course, I still love them. I'm just being silly. So who is the most successful winner of AGT? So I would say it's a toss-up between the two ventriloquists. Terry Fator's deal, we know it was 1.5 million. Darci Lynne, we know, is touring across the country. She's been on tour for probably 5 years, commanding an amount that we don't know. So I would love for you guys to weigh in on this and tell me, who do you think is more successful? Darci Lynne, Terry Fator. Wow, guys, you made it all the way to the end. If you're still here, you have a chance to win some TR swag. Go to the comments and say, Billy, I made it, and you'll be entered in our first giveaway. Who do you think is going to win season 18? Tell me in the comments, and also tell me who your favorite winner of AGT is. You guys are here on the channel, so do me a favor, be sure to subscribe, click the notification bell, follow Talent Recap on all platforms. If you want to follow me, I'm at Billy Blanks Jr. on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and I have a new podcast called Free the Podcast right here on YouTube.
What happened to Sophie Fatu, the youngest and cutest AGT star? Where is she now? Hey everyone, it's Gabrielle here with What's Hot, and this is the kind of story that makes you want to call your mom, hug your childhood self, and maybe stream some Sinatra. Does the name Sophie Fatu ring a bell? The totally lovable jazz singer who walked out on America's Got Talent at only 5 years old and had Simon Cowell say, "You're like an old soul trapped in a 5-year-old's body."
People about 90 sing that song, and you sing it at 5.
But honestly, it wasn't even her singing that made people fall in love with her at first. It was her personality. Before she even started, she told Simon she dreamed about him the night before.
So Simon, I saw the dream about you.
Confidently announced she was from West Virginia.
I live in Charleston, West Virginia.
And charmed every single judge in seconds. And then there was the adorable running joke with Simon's son, Eric. Between her first audition and her second round, the show played it up like these two 5-year-olds were destined to be AGT's tiniest power couple.
I want you to date my son.
Your girlfriend singing next. Oh yeah.
By the way, somebody has a bit of a crush on you. My son, Eric.
It was sweet, funny, and just added to Sophie's one-of-a-kind stage presence. Cut to now, she's already 12 years old, still making music, and there's something happening in her life that's just too lovely not to talk about. Let's start off by rewinding for a second. The public met Sophie when she appeared on AGT season 13 in 2018. She walked out and sang Frank Sinatra's My Way, and it was only a matter of seconds till she captured the hearts of everyone watching. Sophie became a viral sensation overnight. Her mom ran her family YouTube channel. Thanks, Mom. And it was pulling in millions of views. But here's where it gets interesting. Sophie didn't just disappear from the spotlight. Instead, she kind of transformed in front of it, but not in the way you'd expect. Between ages 5 and 12, she performed with symphonies, recorded jazz albums, and even made an appearance on The Ellen Show.
Sophie, so you like Frank Sinatra. How old are you now?
5.
But behind the scenes, it looks like Sophie and her family made a very intentional decision not to throw her into full-on child stardom. No Disney Channel deals, no reality show spin-offs, just her music and growing up. And honestly, that's rare. Now here's some news that was music to my ears. Sophie has started acting. Yep, she has made appearances in all sorts of movies and shows, including Will and Grace, Goliath, and Hacks. How is she juggling all of these projects? It looks like she's being homeschooled to make it all work. Her mom, Victoria Fatu, a classical pianist and YouTuber herself, has talked openly about balancing Sophie's creativity with being a kid.
So I want to make sure that she has a full childhood. And at the same time, I want to keep her responsible for her choices. She needs to keep up with her practicing, building her craft, perfecting her craft, just being responsive and accepting of discipline.
It's like Sophie's life is being shaped by passion, not pressure. Okay, now here's something that made me tear up a little. Scrolling through Sophie's recent Instagram posts and YouTube videos, she's always smiling, always genuinely enjoying herself and the music. And she still sings jazz, not because it's trendy, but because she loves it. And as if it couldn't get any better, she and her mom are rumored to be writing original music together. That's right! Sophie Fatu is becoming a songwriter. So this isn't just a cute kid with a good voice anymore. This is a real artist in the making. So what's Sophie up to in 2025? She has almost 500,000 YouTube subscribers. Her Instagram is filled with both mini performances and family moments. She's working on her next album, and she still lists jazz as her favorite genre. But most importantly, she's not chasing fame. She's following the music. While some kid stars burn out, Sophie Fatu is building something slow, steady, and really authentic. So what do you think? Are you still following Sophie's journey? Think she'll reconnect with Simon's son Eric one day? And do you think she'll become a jazz legend, or maybe a future Grammy-winning songwriter? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to follow me at Gabrielle_FU on Instagram. Thanks for watching What's Hot. See you next time.
She was that coffee slinging teen with the voice that shocked the judges and went totally viral overnight. But what happened to Kristen Cruz after America's Got Talent? Okay, guys, I don't know if you're ready for these major updates. From massive health scares that led her to a total body transformation to publicly dissing toxic, cheating boyfriends on her viral YouTube channel. Okay, the answer might just shock you and maybe even make you hit that follow button to stay up to date with the tea because it is piping hot. I'm Intisara Karshud and you are watching What's Hot. Okay, so for a brief little recap, Kristen Cruz was only 19 years old when she walked onto the AGT stage in season 17 looking very unassuming, soft-spoken, and then absolutely detonated the room with her powerhouse cover of Icy Red.
All I see is red.
She made it all the way to the semifinals where she performed Nothing Breaks Like a Heart by Mark Ronson and Miley Cyrus. And she landed in the top 5 of the night, a huge deal, but it wasn't quite enough to reach the top 3. So after AGT, this born and raised Texas cowgirl relocated to Los Angeles and went all in on music. At 23, she now boasts over 1 million followers on Instagram and a massive 8 million on TikTok, where she continues to go viral. She still posts her signature singing while making coffee videos, but now they're mixed with original music, recording sessions, and real-life content that we all just can't get enough of. Her first original music dropped in September 22, and her newest work released in 2025, including the tracks Fall Apart and Bless Your Heart, songs that dive deep into heartbreak, healing, and her faith. Okay, so anyone else wondering about Kristen's personal life? Because, oh yeah, major update there too. For months, Kristen had been dropping hints about leaving a toxic ex. Then, she hit us with a major curveball when she made a whole video dedicated to a story time about how her long-distance boyfriend of 6 months cheated on her and how she totally caught him red-handed. This was actually the inspo that she had for writing her song Josefina, because that was legit the name of the girl that he cheated on her with.
When I called the number in your phone, she said hello, it's Josefina.
Kristen finally got her happy ending when this summer she hard launched her relationship with Albert, a Colombian content creator who posts about fashion, food, and fitness. But behind the music and social content, there has also been major personal transformations. So after quite the health scare and being diagnosed with pre-diabetes and PCOS, Kristen committed to a long-term fitness journey, sharing that this was really something she wanted to take seriously for longevity and her future kids, and also just to feel better in her own body.
I don't wanna.
The doctor says that I'm pre-diabetic. They were telling me, like, Kristen, you know, you're gonna get diabetes if you don't, fix this. Like, it's a choice that you have to make. And it really does suck to have PCOS. PCOS is basically a thing that affects women's hormones, their cycle, and causes insulin resistance. It affects the weight loss, reproductive stuff. And so I was like, if I really want to have children, I really have to get my hormones in order and be able to, like, lose weight.
So 5 years later, she is down over 85 pounds with just 30 pounds left to hit her goal weight. So if you thought that Kristen Cruz was a one and done viral moment, think again. She isn't just surviving post-AGT, she is thriving. Thank you so much for joining us, beautiful people, and make sure to follow and subscribe to us on all platforms at Talent Recap. If you want to follow me, I am at Intisara Karshud on all platforms. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm Intisara, and now you know what's hot.
Okay. I need you to grab your popcorn and grab your tea and gather around, because today we are diving into a real-life soap opera starring none other than Mr. American Idol, the king of brutal honesty and savage comebacks and critiques.
You have one of the worst voices I've ever heard. You are a loser.
Is there anything that I can do to improve?
Leave.
Mr. Simon Cowell. He's the man who gave us One Direction, Il Divo, and Susan Boyle. It's a no for me was practically his catchphrase, and we all low-key live for it, right?
No.
Yes. Behind the judge's desk was a love story that's got more plot twists than a Love Island reunion, okay? Yes, today we're talking about Simon's wildest love story ever. I'm talking about scandal, betrayal, paparazzi chaos, and a surprise twist ending fatherhood. So let's rewind into the early 2000s. Simon Cowell was his ultimate bachelor, rich, ladies' man, yachts, high-waisted jeans, the whole vibe. Although he was later engaged to artist Mazan Husseini and even gave her a $5 million mansion, that was still a no for him. Remember how he once said he didn't believe in marriage and he couldn't see himself even having kids. And then enter Lauren Silverman, Miss Socialite, glam, all the things. Now, Miss Lauren was married. Yes, married to Andrew Silverman, a real estate mogul, and Simon's good friend. This is not a Hallmark movie, okay? And this is where you go and grab that popcorn, okay? According to reports, and y'all know how messy those were, Simon and Lauren first met in 2004 at the Sandy Lane Resort in Barbados during a vacation with her husband. These two started getting a little too cozy and began secretly dating while she was still married. And in 2013, the bombshell drops, Lauren is pregnant and the baby is Simon's. This is where you sip your tea. Twitter exploded. Talent show fans were like, Simon having a baby with his friend's wife? Meanwhile, I'm watching this play out in total shock and clutching my pearls. Now listen, this scandal exploded like a bad X Factor audition. The press had a field day. Andrew filed for divorce, citing adultery and actually naming Simon in the legal documents, which almost never happens in celeb divorces. It was basically reality TV without cameras. And in my mind, I'm wondering, what was the temperature in the room? Were the judges chatting amongst themselves, swapping gossip? Or were they just happy that he found love in a hopeless place? Things got real messy. But somehow, through all the drama, the scandal, the memes, Simon owned it, okay? But wait, there is more. Their son, Eric Cowell, he was actually born on February the 14th, 2014. Valentine's Day, y'all. I cannot make this stuff up. Simon turned into a super loving dad, like on full dad mode, baby in arms, building Legos and teaching him about music. He even admitted, y'all, that this was a wake-up call. He wasn't proud of how it started, but that he couldn't imagine his life without his son. He even said that Eric softened him and made him want to be a better man. Y'all, that is deep. That is love. But who is this man and what did you do with sassy Simon? Okay, fast forward to now. Simon and Lauren are still together, and after years of saying marriage was not for them, they got engaged in 2022. Simon decided to propose in Barbados. Eric's now 11, and Simon has even said that he wants to pass down his empire to him.
Do you think he'll ever take your spot as a judge on one of the shows?
Oh, God, I hope so. Sooner rather than later, absolutely.
One thing we do know that he did inherit is his father's snarky disposition.
I think he would be worse than me.
We've even spotted him letting Eric help judge sometimes.
Just like your daddy.
So let's recap. Simon Cowell, the grumpy talent show villain.
You have no talent.
Turned surprise romantic lead in this real-life soap opera. He went from throwing shade to throwing birthday parties for his kid. Is it messy? Yes. Is it wild? Absolutely. But honestly, I kind of love that even the iciest judges can melt when the right plot twist hits. Simon didn't just find love. He found fatherhood, vulnerability, and maybe, just maybe, a tiny bit of humility. We did not have Simon Cowell becoming a family man on our 2014 bingo cards, but here we are. So tell me, what do you think? Has Simon changed for the better, or is this redemption story, or just classic celeb chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and until next time, I'm your host, Brittany Jewell, and remember, the real drama isn't always just on stage.
Disclaimer, during the recording of this video, the winner of AGT All-Stars has already been determined, but it's yet to have been announced. Let's get this straight. I am not going to tell you who wins AGT All-Stars, but I am going to tell you 10 facts AGT didn't tell you about fan favorite Aiden Bryant. Hey guys, it's Corey, and today we're going to learn everything about AGT All-Stars aerialist Aiden Bryant. Now let's get this straight, I'm not going to mention the basics like which AGT season he was on, or how he is self-taught, or even how he was inspired by Pink.
And she was awesome.
She's awesome.
She was doing it while she was singing and doing these crazy moves.
I know.
So I was like, I've got to try this.
I know that you know that already. I'm gonna mention some exclusive details, so be sure to stick around to learn everything. Before beginning the real facts, let's do a quick round of 5 fast facts. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Aiden's favorite animal is a lizard. His favorite snack is fruit. His favorite food is boneless honey barbecue wings. His favorite holiday, Christmas. And his favorite AGT judge, Simon Cowell. With those aside, now we can really get into the nitty-gritty. Number 1, he's already in AGT's Las Vegas show. Before AGT All-Stars even premiered, Aiden Bryant was performing as part of AGT's rebranded Las Vegas show, AGT Superstars. AGT Superstars is live at the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas on Wednesday through Sunday nights, and base tickets are only $49, excluding taxes and fees. Disclaimer, this show is always changing, so there's no guarantee that Aiden will be performing if you do get tickets. Number 2, he has never fallen. Being that Aiden is self-taught, many expect that the beginnings involve trial and error, but not really in this case. He has never fallen once.
So I have never fallen once, but my toe has turned white.
But his toe has turned white?
Did you get it caught in something?
Yeah, well, it's an ankle drop. What happened is the impact, and then it just turned my toe white.
Yeah, you heard that right. Also, I think it's important to note here that this is even more impressive when you realize he's never taken a dance or gymnastics class. Number 3, Aiden's act is actually a family act. Let me explain. In the early days of Aiden learning to be an aerialist, his mom used to bring him into the air using their lawnmower.
What is your mother doing?
That's my mom, and she brings me up on the lawnmower.
Since then, they've upgraded to a golf cart. Aiden is extremely lucky because he has a very supportive family. His mom, dad, and older brother Colton are always cheering him on, whether it's in person or via social media. Also, if you didn't know, his mom, Pam, is his mom manager. Momager! Okay, you guys have seen enough of my videos to know I have to include the other members of Aiden's family, his 2 dogs. Unfortunately, the puppies don't travel with him. Number 4, he loves meeting other circus artists. Since winning 2nd place on AGT, Aiden has gone on to perform at various events like the Super American Circus in Hawaii, the Pecan Festival in Virginia, Cirque Electric, and more. He's met tons of other performers on America's Got Talent, and he's clearly not done meeting people yet. Recently, Aiden has also explored performing with others. He's posted a variety of videos with fellow aerialist Itzel Salvatierra. Number 5, he's very crafty. Outside of being an aerialist, Aiden loves crafting. He loves to make things, sew pieces of clothing, and even make a profit of some kind. According to his mom, he was always making something and then trying to sell it to make money. His first business venture was at only 9 years old when he was selling rainbow loom bracelets at his local farmer's market. From there, he went on to have a candy machine business as well as a slime business. Number 6, he currently runs an online arts and crafts store. Aside from loving to craft, Aiden currently has his own business crafting. He currently makes and sells infinity lights at his business, Aiden's Creations. He typically sells these lights at events. Number 7, I know we're all dying to know his relationship status, so I can gladly confirm that he is single. Number 8, he wants to learn how to sing. Aiden really wants to add a new talent to his act, singing. I truly believe that if Aiden can teach himself to do aerial tricks, he can teach himself to sing, so I'm excited for the day when it all starts. Number 9, he has his own car. The first vehicle Aiden bought on his own was a white Jeep. We're not sure if he still has it today. Number 10, he finally got his sweet revenge over Dustin Tavella. We already saw Aiden seal the deal for his redemption in the preliminary episode when he made it into the finale over Dustin, but can he take it even further? I truly think Aiden has the potential to win the entire series himself. What do you guys think of Aiden? Do you want him to win AGT All-Stars? Let me know in the comments down below. While you're on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, follow Talent Recap on all social media platforms, and check out our website, talentrecap.com. If you guys want to follow me, I'm at Corey Caesar on Instagram and at Kinda Corey on TikTok.
And that is what's hot.
He posted a variety of videos with fellow aerialist Itzel Salvatierra. Is it Itzel or Itzel? Itzel Salvatierra? I'm butchering this poor lady's name and I'm apologizing immediately afterward. Itzel, is it Itzel or? Posted a variety of videos with fellow aerialist Itzel Salvatierra.
Itzel.
Let me do it one time first. I can do it right.
2, 1.
He posted a variety of videos with fellow aerialist Itzel Salvatierra. I'm getting the last name right. Recently, he explored performing with others. And
Itzel Salvatierra.
I thought about it too much. Itzel Salvatierra. Salvatierra. Okay. Salvatierra. I'm never going to pronounce this right. Itzel Salvatierra. Itzel Salvatierra. Itzel Salvatierra.
A hidden marriage, a plot to seduce Justin Bieber, diva tantrums, incredible singing, from the most hated teen star to a beloved one, from this to this. What happened to Cher Lloyd from X Factor? Hey everyone, it's Billy, and on today's What's Hot, let's dive into Cher Lloyd's story. Cher first captured our attention in 2010 on X Factor, where she became a fan favorite, drawing in about 18 million viewers each episode. At just 18, she achieved her first #1 with Swagger Jagger, which she won't perform anymore, but we'll talk about that later. Her rise to fame wasn't without challenges. As Cher's popularity grew, so did her scrutiny. Some audience members turned on her, accusing her of diva behavior. In her words, X Factor was 20% singing and 80% reality TV.
I confess that I started a party with Cher last night,
which contributed to her spiral and led to poor decisions. And the pressure from her record label, Psycho, owned by Simon Cowell, to conform to certain expectations only added to her struggles. One of the most controversial revelations came when Cher shared that her label suggested she should try to seduce none other than Justin Bieber to boost her US career.
To try and push this record, hit some of the clubs and they'll find out where Bieber is, and I should go try get with him.
Justin Bieber?
Yes.
Imagine that. Imagine being in that position and the pressure to create a public persona while maintaining her authenticity as a teen. But now we all know the music industry does stuff like that all the time and can do some shady things, especially to young stars who just want to do music. Was there a secret marriage? Yes. Cher also revealed that her record label wanted her to keep her marriage to Craig Monk a secret, adding another layer of her complexity to her life in the spotlight. The expectation to hide such a significant part of her life in her personal life only heightened the pressure she was under. This hidden marriage not only shows the lengths to which the industry would go to control her, but it also placed a strain on her relationship, forcing her to navigate fame while keeping her loved one hidden under wraps. Janet Jackson is watching this like,
One or two people in my family knew, we just ran off and kind of did it.
For those of you who don't understand that reference, Janet Jackson had to hide her marriage and her child for her record company as well. After X Factor, Cher felt the need for damage control to repair her image. She distanced herself from her early work, even refusing to perform the most popular song, Swagger Jagger, because it reminded her of such a difficult time. She had help with friends like Liam Payne, who she said was very nurturing and like a dad to her. Rest in peace. Where is Cher now? Today, Cher is making her return to music with new material, including her latest song, Green Light. She expressed that being back in the music scene makes her feel good, and it's her biggest priority now to be a good person and help others. Cher has opened up about the pressure she faced and the impact it had on her career. She's now focused on creating music that resonates with her and reflects her journey.
Isn't anyone trying to find me? Won't somebody come take me home?
She just performed at the Pink Picnic's Pride concert in the UK and released another song titled Head Down. She has 2.8 million followers on Instagram, 500,000 on TikTok, and 3.2 million followers on YouTube. Her net worth is said to be $4 million, and Craig Monk is still her husband, which says a lot. Cher loves being a mom, and she has 2 daughters, Eliza and Delilah, which she had in 2020. She often shares heartfelt moments on her Instagram, so check those out because they're really cute. And she said becoming a parent has transformed her perspective and her priorities. She described motherhood as the most rewarding experience she's ever had in her life, allowing her to connect deeply with her daughters and also inspiring her to be the better person. So do you think Cher Lloyd's transformation from a hated teen to a beloved artist was to save her career? Or was it because she's really changed? My opinion is, I see an evolved mom of 2,
Although I don't support bad behavior, come on guys, she was on a reality TV show as a teen, being pushed by producers and record companies to be a certain way, so I give her a pass, and I'm all for growth. What do you think? Also, what do you think about the hidden marriage? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. If you were asked to seduce Justin Bieber or any other celebrity to make your career blow up, would you do it?
There is a darker side to it all, for sure.
I said this the very first time we met, you and I said I was always going to talk to you like an adult.
What do you think she'll do from now? There's probably not enough help to sort of prepare people for this.
And you're going to come back again and sing for us?
Yeah. Picture this. You're only 6 years old and already a Britain's Got Talent icon, living the dream, until it all drastically flips. Stalkers showing up at her house with weapons, being posted on adult websites, and being forced to grow up way too fast. Connie Talbot's fame turned into a living nightmare. I'm Minty Karshood, and you're watching What's Hot. At just 4 years old, Connie Talbot discovered her love for singing when she'd serenade her terminally ill grandmother in hospice, trying to bring a smile to her face. That's where Connie's love for singing started, and little did she know it would lead to a life she never could have predicted. Fast forward a couple of years, and this new, exciting show called Britain's Got Talent was announced. Sound familiar? The second Simon Cowell dropped that bomb, Connie was all in. She begged her parents to let her audition, even though they were super skeptical. Why? Because any age could try out, and she wasn't about to let that opportunity slip.
How old are you, Connie?
6.
What do you do, Connie? You're a singer?
Despite never having formal singing lessons, she blew everyone away. She made it all the way to the semi-finals with a stunning performance of Michael Jackson's Ben. Have you seen this performance? If not, you've got to check it out, because this adorable little girl belting out this classic in a pretty little pink dress will totally melt your heart.
You've got a friend in me.
She might have lost in the finals, but Connie instantly became a fan favorite, capturing the hearts of millions. And the cherry on top? Her journey sparked a whole wave of other kids auditioning for the show, making her a true game changer in Britain's Got Talent history.
That's enough.
But can you guess what came next? Spoiler alert, it was not all glitz and glam. As Connie's fame soared, the dark side of stardom was just beginning to creep in. Suddenly, she was living under a microscope with paparazzi stalking her every move. She had to bring this massive 6'10" bodyguard everywhere, even to her school playground, because people were literally climbing trees just to catch a glimpse of the little star in her school uniform. The press camped out at her house, and it felt like their entire world had turned into one giant media circus. Simon Cowell was so impressed with her talent that he wanted her to sign a record deal, but her parents had some serious concerns. They didn't want her to miss out on being a kid, and they worried about how much time she'd have to spend away from school. So despite the tempting offer, they all agreed she was too young for that kind of commitment. And what else was going on behind the scenes that we weren't seeing? Connie's family was left speechless when the video of her auditioning for Britain's Got Talent went viral. And after scrolling through the comment section, her father was brought to tears, seeing a comment from an older man saying all the things he would like to do to the tiny little singer. Her school even had to inform her family of online photos of her that had been edited and posted on adult websites. How disgusting is that? How would you even go about handling the situation if it were your own child in the spotlight being forced into these unimaginable scenarios? Things took another dark turn when Connie was tricked by a journalist. She was asked to pose for a photo with an angry expression, but wasn't told that it would be published under a headline claiming she was mad at Simon for not signing her. The media totally spun the narrative, painting her as a spoiled, bratty diva and turning the public opinion against her. How messed up is that? By middle school, Connie was feeling more and more alienated. Being on TV wasn't exactly seen as cool in her school, and she was spending way more time away from class than her peers were. And the poor thing even began to develop an eating disorder. But just around this time, she finally got that record made when an independent record company reached out. And guess what? It went gold in the UK. Were things finally starting to get brighter for the child star? Now this is unfortunately where things took a super creepy and even dangerous turn. She started receiving creepy messages from a grown man in Germany who believed they were in a relationship.
These messages went on and on and on. We reported them to the police. They were inappropriate.
Yeah, you heard that right. But it didn't stop there. This guy somehow got a hold of her home address and showed up at her house
with pepper spray, ropes, knives, walkie-talkies.
Terrifying, right? The police were called and they found him camping out nearby her home. He got sentenced to 4 years in prison, but you'd think that'd be the end of it, right? Nope. Just when Connie thought she was finally free from his grasp, the stalker resurfaced just around her 18th birthday. She was on vacation with her boyfriend when she spotted him in a McDonald's. Panic set in and she literally sprinted out of the restaurant to escape. What would you do if you were living this nightmare? Looking back, Connie, who is now 24, admits she was not fully prepared for the dark side of fame when she was younger, but she also says she wouldn't change a thing. All of these insane struggles have shaped who she is today, and music has always been her safe space and therapy. Connie believes everything happens for a reason, and despite the madness, she's grateful for the lessons she's learned and wouldn't change her career for the world.
She could spit in the eyes of fools.
Wow. Connie Talbot's story is a shocking reminder of how childhood stardom can turn dark real quick. She's faced things no kid should ever have to. But instead of letting it break her, Connie's used her passion for music to heal and grow, and even looks back at this wild ride with gratitude. Her story is a powerful life lesson. Even in the darkest moments, there's strength to be found. What do you think? What can we learn from her experience? Thank you so much for joining us, beautiful people, and make sure to follow and subscribe to us on all platforms at Talent Recap. If you want to follow me, I'm at Inti Karshoot on all platforms. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm Inti, and now you know what's hot.
Darci Lynne, America's sweetheart and AGT winner, just turned 18 years old. At this milestone in life, we spoke to her and her mother Misty about what she's learned from fame so far, her hopes for the future, and, of course, that audition.
Having those people, like those 3,000 people and the judges, just give me a standing ovation and stand up for me and actually celebrate me. I mean, I just felt, it was like a feeling like no other. I was like, wow. These people appreciate ventriloquism as much as I do right now. And it was the coolest feeling ever, and that is truly when everything started, the whole journey.
As keen as we all are to know about Darci's future, we have to start this right back at the beginning.
I think the earliest my family heard me sing was definitely around 6 years old, 4, 5, 6. I was really little.
When I found out Darci could sing when she was a little girl, I looked at my husband and I was like, yes, we have a singer.
I took a natural liking to it and started singing around the house, but I would never, you know, as the minute I walk out the front door, I wouldn't sing.
My sister called me and she says, hey, I'm putting Cameron, that's my niece, in this little pageant, very small town, little pageant. Do you think Darci'd like to do it? And I was like, oh, probably not, but I'll ask her. And so she was like, I'll try it.
You know, there's a talent portion for these little beauty pageants. And the talent portion came around and I was about to go on and I just completely froze and just broke down into tears. I was bawling. I was like, I am not going on this stage. I refuse.
She just was so scared. And I was like, listen, sweetie, we don't have to do it. Let's just watch your cousin. Let's just sit here and cheer on Cameron. So we sat there and she watched a few girls do their little talent.
And then I was like, okay. I told myself, I was like, I want to try it. I told my mom, I was like, I want to try it now. So I went out there and I tap danced and sang to Singing in the Rain when I was 6. And then I ended up winning the whole pageant.
And I just, at that point, I was like, okay, she can do it. She showed me she can do it.
And I think after that, I was like, okay, well, maybe I kind of like this. Maybe this could be fun.
And that's exactly how she started this whole thing. She was still super shy outside of anything, but when she would perform and get on a stage, she was just a completely different person.
Say, Mr. Producer,
she met a girl in this system. Her name's Larissa Bonaquisti, and she was a ventriloquist.
I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart. That's the life I love the best.
And Darci would watch Larissa and just be mesmerized by her. And she's like, Mom, I have to learn to do that. Well, I wasn't going to tell her no, she couldn't learn it. But when she came and asked me for a puppet, I told her no. And finally, her dad's like, oh my gosh, just get her a puppet for her birthday. It'll last 2 weeks and then we'll be done with this, right? He gave it to her on her 10th birthday, and I've never in my life seen her so excited. And she took that puppet and she just ran with it.
The very first ventriloquist performance I ever did was in this local talent show here in Edmond, Oklahoma. And I ended up winning it, which was really cool.
That night, there was a couple in the audience. They went to church the next morning and told a friend of theirs who's a professional ventriloquist.
Yeah, well, you're ugly. Well, I may be ugly, but at least I'm not drunk. Yeah, the doggy's shoulder in the morning.
But he did it for like 30 plus years because it was huge way back. And they were like, Gary, you have to see this little girl. She is yodeling with her mouth closed and knowing that he does ventriloquism. And he saw it, contacted my family, and my dad was like, this is fishy, and did his like internet work and as my dad should. And Gary was legit. Gary was like, I want to teach your daughter ventriloquism and, you know, take her under my wing. And he did. I would not have won America's Got Talent without him.
Never been way out. There you go, extend. That's it.
But with Darci's newfound passion for ventriloquism taking off, another activity had to be given up.
So before AGT, I don't think a lot of people know this about me, but I did gymnastics. I was competitive gymnast for over 6 years. And I don't want to brag, but I was actually really good.
She was elite gymnast at this point in her life at age 9. And she was in gymnastics 32 hours a week. And that was her thing. I really thought that's what she was going to do with her life. I really did.
That was my passion. Singing was just like a hobby on the side, and the beauty pageants that I did. Whenever I got to be 10 and 11 and started ventriloquism, and I told my coaches, I was meant to be on a stage, and I've realized that now. They thought I was crazy. They genuinely tried to convince me not to quit gymnastics to go talk to puppets, which is really fun to look back on, but gymnastics was a special part of my life.
But as we all know, gymnastics' loss was ventriloquism's gain. Having found her calling, Darci now needed to take her talents to a bigger audience.
This is how she got really started on TV stuff. She performed at her school.
Back to school conference kind of thing. And Edna actually flirted with one of the basketball coaches, and it was really funny.
Well, they posted it on Facebook, and it went viral with 9 million views. And my neighbor calls me and she says, hey, you really should consider putting her on this show with Steve Harvey.
Sheesh, it's ugly.
So that was her first TV experience. So after that, she's like, okay, Mom, now's the big time. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, I have to go on America's Got Talent.
I grew up watching the show for as long as I can remember. And before I auditioned, I had seen Paul Zerdin win season 10, and he's a ventriloquist. And I saw Grace VanderWaal win, season 11, and she was my age. And so I saw the ventriloquist and then this girl, and I'm like, let's put 2 and 2 together. I just want to try this.
We sent in an audition, and because of contractual purposes, she couldn't do it that year because of Little Big Shots. So she had to wait a whole year, which was probably really good because she got a lot better.
Before AGT, the max amount of people I had performed for with ventriloquism was 500 or 600 people. So I went from, doing this unknown, odd talent act in front of 500 people to 3,000 people in California on TV. It was just It was insane.
What's your name?
My name's Darci Lynne.
Okay, and Darcy, who's that?
My name's Petunia.
She was so nervous. She's like, Mom, I think I'm gonna throw up. I was like, no, you're not. You know what, Darcy? Just do you. You can't go wrong if you go out there and just do you.
Wait, you're gonna sing? Oh boy.
She just stayed Darcy. She didn't try to be anybody else. She didn't try so hard that it looked like she was trying too hard. She just did what she loved to do, and it just worked for her. We couldn't tell anybody for, I think it was 2.5 months, because that's when it was going to air. And I was so worried about her little brother because he was 9 at the time. And I was like, he's going to tell his best friend and it's over. But he didn't. He kept it a secret. But I'll never forget what my husband said. He said, Misty, you realize when that episode airs, our lives will never be the same. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, the world is going to know our little girl.
My life pretty much changed overnight, which was crazy. And so with that does come a lot of pressure.
It took a little bit to sink in.
I've struggled a lot these last 5 years with kind of the weight that, wow, all these people know my name. All of these moms and dads, their kids like watch me on YouTube and they watch me on the show and they come to my shows and they're like, Darcy, they bring their own puppets and they're like, Darcy, you inspired me to try this and you inspired me to try that. And one part of my brain is like, oh my gosh, like this is so cool. I did that. And then the other part of my brain is like, this is absolutely terrifying. Now I feel like I have to like be perfect and it's been crazy.
Yes, there are the setbacks, there are the breakdowns, the tiredness of the travel and missing your friends and being away from home. When she first started this, she's like, how long do you think we'll tour, Mom? And I was like, oh my goodness, Darcy, I have no idea, but I can't imagine it would be more than a couple years or 3 years, and then now we're on year 5.
A lot of, kids my age will ask me, they're like, what's it like being famous? And I'm like, I don't know how to answer it, ever. I don't picture myself like that, and I don't view myself that way. I'm just kind of living my life. The big thing that I think has been a struggle is I've had lots of people or like kids my age just treat me differently. Whether that's like treat me a good differently or treat me a bad differently or just want to be friends with me just because I was on the show. Just things like that have kind of stung. Not giving up childhood, but giving up aspects of my childhood, which was, the normalcy that I did love was going to school for a while. And kind of giving that up as a sacrifice was really hard. But, I didn't go to actual high school. I still do online school, which when, sometimes I think about it and get really sad just because, it's not the end of the world to not have a high school experience, but, some of the best years happen in high school, and I missed out on that.
It's had its difficulties, but at the same time, I believe we've navigated it pretty well and have come out pretty good, and she's still just sweet Darcy.
But I wouldn't go back for the world. I've had an incredible ride, and I'm only 18, and it only gets better from here. Feels like I'm just getting so old, and it's just, I started writing a song about it because it's freaking me out so much. But yeah, it's weird.
And with Darcy now moving into writing music, not just singing it, the question is, what kind of music will she make?
I don't know. That's kind of the big question right now. I'm trying to figure out what my sound is, and I'm honestly just writing what comes out of me naturally, and I still don't know quite what that is.
I'm lost in a reverie, so someone wake me up when I'm finally in love, hey!
But I have been told that I'm a very old soul because I listen to just a lot of old stuff. I'm a huge fan of 80s hairband rock. But I grew up on 80s rock and 80s music because my parents obviously grew up in the 80s. And so, I love to cover, Bon Jovi, AC/DC, Poison. I love rock, but I don't think a lot of people know that about me.
So what does the future look like for Darci Lynne? As she enters adulthood, will she ditch the puppets for more traditional singing?
As I'm getting older, you know, my passions are shifting a little bit, but ventriloquism is always going to be like a huge part of my life, and I can't change that, and I don't want to change that. But you know, I've become super passionate about writing music and singing solo with my mouth open. But that is something I do want, is a solo singing career for sure.
When she came to us about ventriloquism, we were like, no, you're a gymnast. What are you talking about? This is your road to the rest of your life, to fame or whatever. Now she's coming to us, she's like, okay, I'm ready to sing and songwrite. And so how can I not support her? I mean, she's proven herself over and over again that when she puts her mind to it and hard work and passion, she'll do it. She will be successful in something. I just feel like it's in her.
What happened to Sophie Fatu, the youngest and cutest AGT star? Where is she now? Hey everyone, it's Gabrielle here with What's Hot, and this is the kind of story that makes you want to call your mom, hug your childhood self, and maybe stream some Sinatra. Does the name Sophie Fatu ring a bell? The totally lovable jazz singer who walked out on America's Got Talent at only 5 years old and had Simon Cowell say, "You're like an old soul trapped in a 5-year-old's body."
People about 90 sing that song, and you sing it at 5.
But honestly, it wasn't even her singing that made people fall in love with her at first. It was her personality. Before she even started, she told Simon she dreamed about him the night before.
Mr. Simon, I saw the dream about you.
Confidently announced she was from West Virginia.
I live in Charleston, West Virginia.
And charmed every single judge in seconds. And then there was the adorable running joke with Simon's son, Eric. Between her first audition and her second round, the show played it up like these two 5-year-olds were destined to be AGT's tiniest power couple.
I want you to date my son. Your girlfriend singing next. Oh yeah. By the way, somebody has a bit of a crush on you. My son, Eric.
It was sweet, funny, and just added to Sophie's one-of-a-kind stage presence. Cut to now, she's already 12 years old, still making music, and there's something happening in her life that's just too lovely not to talk about. Let's start off by rewinding for a second. The public met Sophie when she appeared on AGT season 13 in 2018. She walked out and sang Frank Sinatra's My Way, and it was only a matter of seconds till she captured the hearts of everyone watching. Sophie became a viral sensation overnight. Her mom ran her family YouTube channel. Thanks, Mom. And it was pulling in millions of views. But here's where it gets interesting. Sophie didn't just disappear from the spotlight. Instead, she kind of transformed in front of it, but not in the way you'd expect. Between ages 5 and 12, she performed with symphonies, recorded jazz albums, and even made an appearance on The Ellen Show.
Sophie, so you like Frank Sinatra. How old are you now?
5.
But behind the scenes, it looks like Sophie and her family made a very intentional decision not to throw her into full-on child stardom. No Disney Channel deals, no reality show spin-offs, just her music and growing up. And honestly, that's rare. Now here's some news that was music to my ears. Sophie has started acting. Yep, she has made appearances in all sorts of movies and shows, including Will and Grace, Goliath, and Hacks. How is she juggling all of these projects? It looks like she's being homeschooled to make it all work. Her mom, Victoria Fatu, a classical pianist and YouTuber herself, has talked openly about balancing Sophie's creativity with being a kid.
So I want to make sure that she has a full childhood. And at the same time, I want to keep her responsible for her choices. She needs to keep up with her practicing, building her craft, perfecting her craft, just being responsive and accepting of discipline.
It's like Sophie's life is being shaped by passion, not pressure. Okay, now here's something that made me tear up a little. Scrolling through Sophie's recent Instagram posts and YouTube videos, she's always smiling, always genuinely enjoying herself and the music. And she still sings jazz, not because it's trendy, but because she loves it. And as if it couldn't get any better, she and her mom are rumored to be writing original music together. That's right! Sophie Fatu is becoming a songwriter. So, this isn't just a cute kid with a good voice anymore. This is a real artist in the making. So, what's Sophie up to in 2025? She has almost 500,000 YouTube subscribers. Her Instagram is filled with both mini performances and family moments. She's working on her next album, and she still lists jazz as her favorite genre. But most importantly, she's not chasing fame. She's following the music. While some kid stars burn out, Sophie Fatu is building something slow, steady, and really authentic. So, what do you think? Are you still following Sophie's journey? Think she'll reconnect with Simon's son Eric one day? And do you think she'll become a jazz legend, or maybe a future Grammy-winning songwriter? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to follow me at Gabrielle_FU on Instagram. Thanks for watching What's Hot. See you next.
Don't make me laugh. Okay. Okay, good. Who is the richest America's Got Talent contestant ever? From America's Got Talent show contestants to multi-millionaires, these acts are not living paycheck to paycheck anymore. Taking a closer look into the nobodies who had a dream, who then turned into multi-figure somebodies that are still thriving to this very moment, will absolutely have you shook. Today, we're gonna find out which contestants actually made it big and who rakes in the most cash. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the richest of them all? Which talent do you think ends up breaking in all the cash? Let's get into it. All right, starting at number 6, we've got the Clairvoyants. The Clairvoyants, Tommy 10 and Emily Ventas, completely captivated audiences with their jaw-dropping mentalism tricks on America's Got Talent. These two have been performing together since 2011 and finished runner-up to Grace VanderWaal on season 11. Their performances were so suspenseful, I literally couldn't even stop watching them.
Howie, for the first time, what room have you picked?
120.
It is room 120!
These two have become complete. After AGT, they've been touring internationally, performing in major theaters, and headlining in shows in Vegas. Some say they're one of the most successful mentalists out there, but I want to know what you think. Have you seen better? Now, for the moment you've been waiting for. The money. Their net worth is $361,000. Okay, she's cute, but I think we can do a little better than that. Let's move on to number 5. Coming in hot at number 5 is actually who the Clairvoyants lost to, Grace VanderWaal. This 12-year-old sensation from Suffern, New York brought a wholesome vibe to AGT with her original songs and a cute little ukulele. I think Grace's voice is something special, and she clearly wowed the judges with her emotional performance of I Don't Know My Name. Give it a listen for yourself.
I don't know my name.
Even Simon Cowell called her the next Taylor Swift, which says a lot coming from Simon because we all know he can be spicy.
You could be the worst singer in New York.
After winning, Grace signed a record deal, dropped a couple of albums, and even acted in Disney Plus's Stargirl. She's still on the rise, touring internationally, and keeps earning recognition on her journey. Not to mention, she's one of the youngest AGT winners ever to achieve such success. Her net worth? A whopping $2 million. Watch out, world. Grace VanderWaal is here to stay. Okay, so the next moneymaker gets around wearing what? A dragon suit? I gotta see this.
Have fun, Piff.
Yes, number 4, Piff the Magic Dragon. Piff is a magician who combines humor with insane magic tricks. I'm not gonna lie, I think the dragon suit is an iconic touch, the sarcastic charisma.
Just ate the whole thing just then. He just swallowed the whole, he took it all at once. He swallowed the red.
This guy literally had me laughing and scratching my head all at once, but in the best way possible, I have to admit. Do you think he's corny or entertaining? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious. Although Piff didn't win America's Got Talent, he absolutely nailed it after his appearances. He's been performing in Las Vegas and even went on to appear on multiple TV shows. His mix of comedy and magic is a crowd favorite, And now he's got a loyal fan base that seems to can't get enough of him. He's believed to earn between 1.5 and 2 million annually from his Vegas residency, between 10K and 20K per show on his tour, and between 250,000 and 500,000 yearly from merchandise sales alone. At the same time, he also earns money through YouTube, book sales, and his consultancy work. So, as of 2025, his grand net worth is somewhere between $3 and $5 million. Now that Dragon Slayer is definitely slaying it at the bank, I'll tell you that. However, I can't continue on talking about Piff himself without mentioning his perfect partner in crime, Mr. Piffles. R.I.P. to Mr. Piffles. We all loved you and thank you for all that you gave us. Moving on to number 3. Shin Lim. If you've never seen Shin Lim perform his mind-blowing sleight of hand magic, I've got one thing to say to you. You're missing out. From Boston, Massachusetts, this guy basically redefined the world of magic on AGT with his silent yet stunning performances. I mean, the dude made playing cards disappear in the most insane ways possible. Like, y'all have got to see this. Shin went on to win America's Got Talent in 2019, and now he's performing in Las Vegas, selling out shows left and right. He's been called one of the best magicians of our generation, and he's still killing it worldwide to this day.
You are insane!
His net worth? Any guesses? Alas, $5 million. There's not much else to say other than if you ever get the chance to see him, please do.
To his face.
Coming in at number 2 is Little Miss Darci Lynne, who came on America's Got Talent as a 12-year-old ventriloquist.
Darci Lynne!
Coming from Oklahoma City, she took the show by storm. But it wasn't just her puppets that stole the show. Her ability to sing so well while keeping her mouth closed had the crowd going crazy. Her performance of Summertime with her puppet Petunia made all of us smile. It was too good. You have to see it. Since her win, Darci Lynne has been touring nonstop. She even starred in her own Christmas special. But besides all of her glory, let's get down to business. Her net worth is $8 million. Yes, girl, you do that thing. Applauding you from here. Now that's crazy. This young star continues to do huge things in the entertainment world, and who knows where she's heading to next. The moment you've all been waiting for. Number 1, the impressionist, the ventriloquist, Fator! Whew. Okay. Terry from Mesquite, Texas, was just 10 years old when he stumbled upon a ventriloquist book in a school library by complete accident, which obviously changed his life forever. Fast forward to about 20 years of practice and performing around the States, he took the stage on season 2 and brought ventriloquism to a whole new level. And I'm gonna be high. He was known for doing hilarious impressions of Elvis, MJ, Frank Sinatra, and the talent completely speaks for itself. His jaw-dropping comedic impersonations made him the first ever AGT ventriloquist winner.
Terry Fator!
And let's just say, it's been a wild ride since then. Post-winning the gold, Terry Fator turned his AGT crown into a 5-year, $100 million contract on the Vegas Strip. Like, what? Now that's wild. To date, his net worth is $140 million. At that time, it was the most lucrative contract for a one-man show. And he did that. Could you imagine? Terry became a multi-millionaire after this presence, and that's right, besties. He's been headlining in Vegas ever since. Today, you can find him in Vegas at the Strat Hotel, Casino, and Tower in his very own Terry Fator, one man, 100 voices, 1,000 laughs. So you could say he's living the dream.
I can't.
Proving ventriloquism is far from a dying art. So there you have it, guys. That is the top 6 of the most successful moneymakers to ever come out of AGT. From ventriloquists to magicians, these artists went from unknowns to worldwide sensations, and obviously went really big. Which one of these AGT legends is your favorite, and who shocked you the most? It's kind of cool that the two most successful acts were singing ventriloquists, which has me thinking, maybe I need to get a dummy.
What a great idea.
Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on your favorite talent show news. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and if you want to follow me, you can find me at DesMariahXX on IG and TikTok. I'll see you there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm your host, DesMariah, and now you know what's hot. Fator!
That's what I was going. Would you believe that quiet, nervous young woman who walked onto the BGT stage and stunned the world died on Valentine's Day? What happened to Emma Jones? Hey guys, it's Billy, and today we're taking a closer look at her journey, the voice that moved millions, and the tragedy that ended her life far too soon. When Emma Jones walked into the audition room on BGT, most people didn't expect much.
Want to just give it a try and see if you like my voice.
She was soft-spoken, visibly nervous, and even stumbled over her words when she was talking to the judges. But then, she began to sing, and her performance of Ave Maria brought the entire audience to their feet. Amanda Holden called it one of the most beautiful auditions the show had ever seen. Simon Cowell looked stunned, and David Walliams told her, very few of us could ever sing like that.
Yeah, I really like you. I love you.
Emma became a viral sensation, not just for her voice, but also her story. A girl from Cumbria with a crushing anxiety who dared to step into the spotlight. She later called it the best day in her whole entire life. Emma didn't just wow the judges once. She made it all the way to the semifinals, and in that round she performed P. Jesu, another angelic piece that left the viewers and judges stunned. Simon Cowell called her performance fantastic, and Alicia Dixon told her, "It's so lovely to see you coming out of your shell." That was kind of the heart of Emma's appeal. She didn't just sing, she transformed each time she took the stage. And she seemed to grow in her confidence, even if the nerves never left her. Fans around the world rooted for her because they saw themselves in her. Shy, unsure, but brave enough to try. After BGT, Emma stepped back from the spotlight. She wasn't chasing fame, she never wanted to be a celebrity. For Emma, singing was about expression, not attention. Her performances remained online and her fan base stayed loyal. People continued to comment on her audition videos years later, calling her voice unforgettable. One American fan wrote, "I remember her performance of Ave Maria. We loved her in America as well." So Emma didn't release an album, she didn't tour, but she left a lasting impression. She was one of those rare contestants who didn't need a big career to be remembered. On February 14th, 2024, Valentine's Day, Emma Jones passed away. She was just 32. Her death was quietly announced on her Facebook. "I'm sorry to have to tell you that Emma Jones has died. She died on Valentine's Day after being diagnosed with multiple organ cancer. The doctor thinks it began as ovarian cancer and spread to other organs." This news sent shockwaves through the BGT community and beyond. Fans, friends, and fellow contestants left hundreds of tributes for her. One person wrote, "Your audition remains one of my all-time favorites. It was a privilege to hear you sing." Emma's ex-partner John Hastings shared a personal message. He said, "The applause made her cry, but I knew these were good tears. It's a great shame that we will never see her again, but we will always have her performances online to cherish and fondly remember her by." You know, Emma Jones didn't win BGT, but she didn't need to. She won over millions of hearts by doing something most of us are too afraid to do, stepping into the spotlight when everything in her wanted to run away. She sang through her fear, she let the world see her vulnerability, and in doing so, she gave us one of the most unforgettable moments in the show's history. So we just want to say, rest in peace, Emma.